How did you know?
I do not know, Master.
You do not know? You have been to the movies again, I see. Leroy, this is not a punishment. You have touched the final level. You knew without knowing. We have finished our journey together.
Okay, I was in the position, I definitely belong here. And now that I'm here, I'ma change the game. I've always been here, I'ma tell you what's wrong here. The industry changing, your content strange. But I'm good, and I'm straight. I'm from the land of the 10,000 legs. I know you wish you could, but some can't. I learned from my mistakes. Load up that there black empowerment there, boy.
Yo, what's going on? This is Tariq Nasheed. Shout out to TZ Von Savage and Jay Lava. I missed you guys the other day because I was real busy with my film release. The new Bug Breaking movie is out. But shout out to you brothers, man. I want to send a congratulations to TZ Von Savage and Jay Lava for their 500th episode of Keep It P podcast. Be one to you players.
Yes, sir. It is time for the flyers. And I mean, dude, it's the nooner. You know what time it is.
It's the nooner.
You figure deal me on the real G. Okay? Yeah, man.
What they do that there?
Please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks for your support. And all you did. And I can talk in the Bionicle styles because I do have an expanded vocabulary. Before I get into it, first a word from the Black Book. You feel me?
Yeah.
The world's first digital news squad. You feel me? Robert Black, Vicky Black Mara. You feel me?
You heard me?
Kendra Blackwood, and Cedric Black. Know what I'm saying? And now from the Hotlvamusictv and Von Savage, Mitria. You feel me? The blacks come on.
All this blackness make y'all comfortable.
Something wrong with you.
You're the problem.
Cause it's blacker than black, blacker than black over here.
Straight up, you ain't mad at Fox.
I'm saying, right? One upgrade 101. I'm just saying,
they proving that they liars. The own attorney that went for Tucker Carlson said only an idiot would believe what Tucker Carlson said.
No, we just read an article just the other day that tried to use the excuse in court for the people who got caught up on January 6th, saying that they have foxitis.
Foxitis, y'all. It's a disease
from being pumped with so much propaganda. Just a shit ton of propaganda.
What you mad at us?
What you mad? Well, let's see if we finna get mad at Red Table Talk. It says critical Red Table Talk episode tackles tensions. See, I'm already blavity is where this coming from. Sounds like some of that Byron I'm Not Black Allen activity.
Yeah,
Root Griot, Black Star, all of that BS. It says tackles tensions. I think it's a little bit more than tensions between Black and Asian Americans. I mean, it's a little bit more intention than tensions when you get whole legislation passed by 94-1 in, what was that, the House? Then that was a
Senate
House
or something.
That was a House, and then it went to the Senate, or one of the two, but 94-1. That's all I'm saying. It says a trio of hosts asked journalist Lisa Ling and black educator Michael Eric Dyson, see how they try to qualify him, black educator, and he ain't really educated on Nathan. He's a smart dude that can talk fast, but choose to use his intelligence for the wrong thing, chasing them butter biscuits.
Well, hold on. Why wasn't she? Why wasn't she the Asian?
She's just a
Lisa
journalist.
Ling.
She's just a journalist, but see, he's the black educator, Michael Eric Dyson, to join them in a discussion about white supremacy's influence on the relationship between black and aid.
So that gave it some credence because you brought the black educator. I'm just saying, we'll give the same credence to the Asian journalist.
But
then,
this,
so
but they are this.
accredited.
The conversation is already foo-foo. The relationship between black and Asian Americans, white supremacy's influence on that. Okay, that should be talked about. But what about the complicity, the complicity of the Asian community going along with the propaganda being perpetuated by white supremacy, knowing damn well it's some bullshit.
Right. You can't condemn a system at the same time benefiting from same said system.
Nah, that doesn't work.
Which is supremacy, which is the dominant society.
Yeah, they can't do that. So it goes on to say, Red Table Talk has built in its name as a platform unafraid to tackle tough conversations. This week, Jada Pinkett Smith and her multi-talented daughter Willow Smith, family matriarch Adrienne Benefit Norris, devolved into a heart of the tension between the black and the Asian American communities on the Facebook Watch Show. The RTT hosts welcome journalist Lisa Lang and activist and educator Michael Eric Dyson to the table for their insight. So one is just a regular ass journalist, but he's an activist and an educator. He was first just an educator, but now he's
black. No, he was never just an educator. He was a black educator.
So here you go. Often when immigrants from Asia come to this country with nothing, they have the inspiration of being able to achieve something semblance of the American dream. And what does that look like? It looks white, Ling said. Dyson, okay, that's true. They curry up and snuggle up to mommy and daddy and assimilate. Cool with being number two, you know? Okay. Which probably just backfired on America too. How you gonna empower people who from a whole nother region that's trying to take you over and you always been at war with and you dropped a bomb on? Anyway, doesn't sound smart to me, but
at all.
Wasn't really thinking that through, America, huh? Damn, we finna give power and extra protections to the people that we drop bombs on in their country and mess them up and bully them, and you know what I'm saying, like,
right? And they own over half the Americans' debt.
And now when they decide to pull their little move, because that's gonna come, hold your own mayo jars.
Hold them.
Hold your own mayo popcorn salad.
Hold your own.
I don't have nothing to do with that. Your own kombucha. Hold that down.
Your Kool-Aid with Splenda.
Hold it. Sip it slow. Because nobody's going to help you. It's definitely not going to be the Mexicanos. Well, they might, because you're putting them up in the La Quinta for $86 million.
Them is gonna be the different ones. Them South Americans that's gonna ride with you. Them
nah, but they might get split
Ecuadorians.
Up. They like the Republican Party, so they come in there and tricking Biden like, ha, you thought we was voting for you. We like Trump. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the trickery. You think that it's gonna be, that's your plan. to curry favor. But
And-
ha ha ha.
It's gonna turn out real bad. So it says Buster.
You're not the bootstrapper party.
Eric Buster Dyson, a professor at Vanderbilt University Divinity School, expressed. Why did that? So now we need to know that he's an activist and an educator and what school he went to. They just pouring it on to make him seem credible, and he's a buster. That shows how much of a buster he is, because they gotta put the extras on the buster sauce.
Yeah. Double buster sauce, please.
Right? He expressed that the function of white supremacy is pitting ethnicities against one another to compete for social standing, which is true. Okay,
Right.
that's true. And if you don't follow that up by saying, and you, Miss Ling, y'all people decided to run with the play that they're playing against us. Tell me about that, Miss Ling.
Right. Miss Ling.
Since they bought you to represent, tell me about that. But he's going to follow up and say this. Whites remain at the top of the hierarchy while blacks are locked down upon the lowest of the totem pole, he said. In 1991, tensions between the two communities flared in California after 15-year-old Latasha Harding. We've been telling y'all since Latasha Harding. Tupac told y'all. Nobody listened though. Y'all still kept getting your nails and your weaves and all of that stuff done. It just, we kept eating Chinese food. We didn't know until they was beating up sisters just right before the pandemic, and we was already starting to boycott their little establishments. Then when the pandemic hit, it was a wrap, right? It was a wrap.
Right.
So then they turned their back, like, oh, they ain't our customer base no more. Let's just go at them. Oh, we see what you're doing. We see what you're doing. Can you explain that, Miss Ling? Can you explain that?
Money.
Look, can you explain that? Yeah, because you knew you wasn't finna go to Congress demonizing white males, the one that's really killing you. You wasn't finna go to Congress demonizing the ones that's really killing you. You knew if you just the same old playbook that they play, demonize and blame the darkies, you could slide. Ultimately letting them know, look, we down for the white supremacy too.
Yes.
We'll play number
We
two.
don't mind being number two.
We don't
Yes.
mind it. Y'all can shoot up as many of us at you as you want at our massage parlors that give happy endings that nobody's talking about.
And we while we're human trafficking our own people.
Yeah, nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about that. But it goes on to say that Latasha Harding and all that, I don't know what the hell Rodney King had to do with this, but anyway. Black people have the right to feel hurt and injured by the fact that everyone in the world to be darker is to be dehumanized, Dyson began, which means we should be especially careful to not reproduce the same hurt to other groups. What are you saying, weak ass black man? You get the chance to, you got the representative up in your face. It's time to tell her what the deal is. If we're going to speak in terms of what he said, they said the topic was going to be about the relationship between white supremacy and its relation and the way it pits other ethnicities against each other. In this particular case, the black community and the Asian community. So now you're saying you're not going to hold the Asian community accountable for their part
atrocities.
Their part in the propaganda. Now you're saying,
yeah,
it doesn't matter. We're gonna skip over that, just like they're skipping over white supremacy, and we're all gonna play stupid. But this is an educator, though.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do. He went to it's the classic playbook. He went to demonizing the darkie. That's what he just did. He switched over. But we have to be. Hold on. We know you're doing this to us, and we're your footstool.
But we cannot produce the same hate to other groups, nigga. What are you talking about?
But now we got to make sure, and while we're trying to get all our rights and freedoms, that we watch out for everybody else.
Just like that little bussy dude that was talking to Dr. Umar the other day here, Michael LaBussy Hill, talking about he don't want black men to be tyrannical like white men are. It's just some straight bussy-fied stuff, and I just these dudes. But anyway, both of the guests agreed that it was counterproductive for the two communities to be at odds with one another, especially in the midst of a pandemic among such strenuous levels of social unrest. Nah, see, I knew Jada and them was over there on that fucking bullshit with your old Iron Man face ass. I knew it, man. I knew it. She was cute and Jason Lyrics, but now you look like Iron Man by the face, bitch. Damn. And I don't mean that. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that in a you traitorous ass talk show way. Like, how are y'all not addressing the real issues?
Right.
With such a large platform, y'all so useless. Gosh, I'm sorry. Got me all out my character, but that's come on, man. I ain't hearing no accountability for what are y'all talking about then? The whole throw the whole conversation away. Because I didn't hear no
throw the whole show. I didn't even hear the whole show away.
I didn't even hear no accountability for white supremacy's part in it. I heard some blaming
at all,
but I ain't heard nothing else.
I heard some mayo.
A lifetime supply of it.
I heard some mayo.
El cucaracho, el mayosis. Crazy mayo. It goes on to say, for black people to be demonizing Asian brothers and sisters with the Wuhan flu, the Chinese flu, who wins?
I told
white
you.
Supremacists.
Here comes the demonization. Here we go.
Dyson. Ooh, man. Shout out to my brother Kinstrumentals with the best song, Look at the Coons. If y'all don't know about this song, Google it. He had to spell coons with 2 zeros because you know how they trying to suppress. But please go listen to Look at the Coons. They put you in front of the camera as long as you say it's not about race. Oh my God. This is your man's that was all coddling Bill Maher's balls over the nigga situation. Well, I can't. These dudes, man. And this is how y'all know that you're trying to get dude legitimacy. 3 times in 3 paragraphs, they tried to let you know how important and prominent he is and how you should listen to what he's saying when he's the biggest buster of them all.
2 times buster.
I mean, he almost more buster. All he got to do is start crying, and he's like Van Jones times 2.
Right.
Asian American. Here go the dumpster. Oh, come on, Blavity. Asian American hate crimes in 16 of the nation's largest states. We don't give about your statistics. After trying to
you're bluffing. First of all,
this one says increased by 145% now.
Yeah, where's your 16 states at? We already know it's California and New York.
It's only 2. I ain't heard nothing out of Minnesota. I ain't heard nothing out of Las Vegas. I ain't heard of nothing out of nowhere.
Hold on. We did have one in Minnesota, and you guys walked out of the high school in St. Paul or wherever it was. Come to find out that the one that was screaming the Asian hate was half Asian, and she used to hang out with the same people who she accused of doing the Asian hate.
Damn, you didn't remember and say that, did you? You ain't supposed to remember stuff like that and put the two together. Man. You ain't supposed to do that. You ain't supposed to do that.
We done stomped out any of that stuff you talked about in any other state. We done already got down to the bottom of it. You think we're joking? We done pulled all the receipts. So you're lying.
They're giving her a platform to say shit like this. After a trying year of animus towards Asian Americans community, 1 year, not even a whole year, like 9 months. It wasn't even a whole year. The 47-year-old journalist says she is fed up with the oppressive treatment, which has included hurrying assaults on elderly citizens. Ling said she expressed discrimination as well as people cursing her children. Not like killing them, like Tamir Rice. Not like killing them. Like what's his name? God, what's the little man's name, man? That he would be like, what, 21 this year?
You talking about
Trayvon Martin? Yeah, man. I'm talking about killing them like that, huh?
There's so many.
Like the little boy that was sitting in the car seat at the gas station around the police, huh? Like that one
in Houston.
Yeah, like that one. It's been I've been teased. I've been receiving the end of aggression my entire life, but over the last year, the level of vitriol and just the hatred that why is they giving her a platform for this?
She didn't say nothing about her community, but we got to be careful that we don't start demonizing the black community and taking it out on them.
Despite the cultural differences that may divide us, Jada reminds viewers that the key to progress is bigger than having others reciprocate your allyship. Done. So you're saying don't keep the same energy that everybody else keeps you. Just go high when they go low, like on some old Michelle Obama dumb shit. But they didn't say that though for them. No. We need laws. We need punishment. We need legislation. We need money.
I'm tired of it. That's what she said. I'm fed up. I'm tired of it. He didn't do none of that. Make sure that you don't.
If y'all still rocking with Jada Pinkett, if y'all ever rocked with Jada Pinkett and any of, I mean, I ain't even gonna bring. Right now, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. If you're rocking with Jada Pinkett Smith and Michael Eric Dyson after this point, that's on you. And some people can't be saved, and everybody can't go. And there's gonna have to be a like Professor Black Truth said, a thinning of the herd. You know, because he said along off that plantation, the lazy, the shiftless, the backstabbers, the Judases, they walked off the plantations with us too. There's a lot of people that don't deserve to make it out here because they ain't no help to the group, man. And that's not a help to the group, sir. That she done lost her goddamn mind. She said, I think one of the biggest misconceptions that we have in this fight as a whole is that it's about the reciprocity situation. She said, of course we want to feel as though there's some kind of exchange, but at the end of the day, what we can't allow is hate of any kind to exist. Shut the F up.
Wow.
We are our own worst.
Jada?
Yes.
That's Jada?
Yes.
Oh,
we're our own worst enemy. If we could just find love within our man, if you don't get that bullshit out of
See how it's always we're the problem? So everybody at the Asians, we're their problem. White folks, we're their problem. Mexicans, we're their problem. Black folks, we're their problem. Whoa.
Let me say something. Let me ask you a question that I often think. And I'm gonna just vocalize it. Is they like, man, you know, screw the community, screw the impact of what it's gonna have on the people. I got mines right now in this life. I'm finna live this life the best way I can, because F black people, because I don't care. I don't owe the black community nothing. Yeah, I know that white supremacy is like it is, but they didn't give me a nice comfortable spot within it, under it, and I ain't got to answer to nobody, and F you black people. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
straight up. Y'all don't run my show. You don't support my show. You ain't the sponsors. You don't advertise on my show. I mean, who's that show for? It's for everybody. If you're a human, it's for you.
Mm-hmm.
But if Lisa Ling, she got a show. No, that's for Asians, fam. And they're not afraid to say it. It's for Asians. Mexicans get a show. You know what? They don't even gotta say it's for Mexicans because they just speak Spanish on the show,
and they don't care who can understand
that language.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just like rolling through Koreatown and Filipino Town and all the other towns that I rode through when I was in Cali recently. Their businesses had their writing on it, and they didn't care. They didn't care. That's just what it was.
Right.
Man, society is set up where to voice your opinion about your dislike for this situation on like the plight of our people, like to even speak on that somehow I'm hating, or somehow, you know what I mean? Like, you're filled with hate. Like, so because I don't, and they always make it seem like because you ain't got as much as said person, that is anything you say is hate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't that, but then you turn around and these same people is okay with being degraded in the song lyrics that they listen to, because the artist and the people that's on is ultimately talking about them, but somehow in their mind they're saying to myself, shit, he ain't talking about me, that's them.
Right. Yeah, that's them, not me. My pops used to say that all the time. That's them, not me. That's them, not me.
Man, there's a, and black people is cool with people telling you some shit like, why you worried about how they spend their money or what they do in the community? They'll owe you shit. You ain't make the money for them. You know. And then your rational mind says, well, that's the reason our community is in the position that it's in, because if you look at other examples of other communities, those people with resources reach back and look out for their community.
What a concept.
Why should I expect or think anything different from the people that excel in my community? I think the people that say that are the people that can't wait to try to disassociate themselves from said community.
Off top. Thus is why you get some bread. What community do you run to?
Which is like the worst for the kids. You think you're doing something by moving out to that neighborhood, but you ain't worried about now how your kids got to try to defend themselves in a predominantly all white school.
And you basically sent them to assimilate.
Right. Then you want to be mad when they come home with said this, that, and the other that you don't agree with, but you put them in the environment. How you gonna stop them from liking and loving who they love? They found somebody that was down in that environment. Well, what the fuck you expect?
Right.
Because the inner city school wasn't good enough for your bread.
Straight up.
Man, all right, man. We ain't gonna hold it, man. It's a real joint, man. Because
we had said what Ling said, we'd have been called racist.
Yeah, and then you notice they always skipping and dancing around what the consequences is. Okay, what we gonna do about it? What you gonna do? Well, they did something. They got legislation coming that's quietly secretly targeting the darkies. We ain't gonna say that. We just gonna say they need protections, but we know who we aiming it at.
For sure. Because we've seen, how many have we seen that it was the palm-colored individual, and it wasn't considered a hate crime.
And and even the victims and all explained for him.
Right. Correcto mundo. I don't think that was based on race.
The victim explained. The victim explained.
No, we don't know that it was race now.
Pathetic.
I think it was just because I had this Louis bag. But then when it looked like it could be black people on the Louis bag, then it was because of a race. You think it was because of the Louis bag? No, not at all. Not at all.
Race all day. See, they totally skipped over their hand. Man, y'all think, see, people just watch these shows like it's all good. You know, maybe y'all might not hear this. Maybe y'all, you know, this is that show that just keeps it too real, and y'all, it's too much black on there. We don't like the black stuff. And that's cool. We ain't even gonna hold you. TZVonSavage.com.
They too blackity black. JLava.com.
Keep it P podcast.com.
Master P said get on.
And indeed we did. Yeah, we did. And we brought a crew of 4 to come help us in our journey to bring you guys more B1 quality entertainment. Check out the comment section in the description. There is links for just about everything. Crypto, free of charge. Stocks, free of charge. 10% off streaming. 10% off uploading your music. All different sort of kind of ways to support the show. Links to everything. And LeBron Jameson. That's there too.
Links to that.
We said it first though. And if you go to tzvonsavage.com, you can check that out there. Melanated people, you can check that out at jlava.com. Other than that, we're going to leave you with the 4 words that we leave you with all the time. Love. Peace. Blessings.
And Maloha.
Mama. And check out a little something. We're going to take this from the Black Crew and then we'll give you some curses, but we out. You dig? Seriously. The first Black News anchors, Robert Blackson on the sports, you dig? Vicky, Blacknamara, Kendra, Blackwood, though, you feel me? And Cedric Black, you feel what I'm saying? You dig what I'm talking about? It's the crew. It's the guys.
Savage.
Von Savage Media. You feel what I'm saying? The blacks. Black. The first digital black news squad. KIPP. And we out.
Church, preach, tabernacle. It's the only way we're going to get any action. Man, I want to give a shout out to 2 BBFs. Friends, you dig? Hey, they had a special shout out, you know what I mean? I mean, somebody care about y'all, man. Want to give y'all congratulations to Jay Lava and T. Von Savage on their success on keeping it P on their podcast, where they take news situations and everyday occurrence and tell how it is and not like it was. You did? They be keeping it on the P for real. Y'all tune in to their podcast here. I'm telling T. Von Savage and Jay Lava, hey man, Vicky think a lot about y'all, man. Y'all just keep doing your thing, man. Keep making it happen, man. Y'all super live, man. Y'all keep it on the P, man. I just want to send out a family congratulations from all the famous players around the world to Jay Lava and T. Von Savage on y'all's success, man. Keep it P, man. From the P Master itself, the Bishop Don Magic Wand, chairman of the board of famous players everywhere. You dig?
Music TV.
Many ways for you to run my pad. Cut the check, reparation. 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 Cut the check.
savage. Blood on her hair, she's so tragic. Be careful for her love, she love.
Hey, Riri.
Hey Rihanna, hey girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the Putin. I know that might sound a little confusing. I had to say it for my own amusement.
You count lava down, but you can't count them out, baby. Life give me lemons, I make lemon rain die. Moving through loopholes, working round shit. All of your misconceptions, you thought I would miss my message. You get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you play this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made with this shit. I slay with this shit. Been a lot of roads I done paved with this shit. Look, see I don't play with this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made. Slide in the way, bring it back. Let a nigga tap, tryna bring it back. Tryna bring it back. Tryna bring it back.
Music TV.